Godfather episode. I mean, that's cool. Hey guys, it's Dan, your host of Dan Reviews, and today I'm back for another video for Survival of the Fittest. Guys, it has felt like forever since we've done a Survival of the Fittest video. This one is going to be doing my very first review for a brand new season of Survival of the Fittest. It's going to be for Season 4, Episode 1, the season premiere. They call me the Godfather. Okay guys, this is going to be doing a video for today. This one's going to be doing another video for Survival of the Fittest, guys. We are back for Survival of the Fittest Season 4. Yeah, Season 4 Survival of the Fittest, guys. So, Season 4, Episode 1, They Call Me the Godfather. So, we are here for the season premiere. The episode has just released now, so definitely go ahead and check it out on Mega Matt's channel, of course. Right now, it is a very, very packed episode. It's about, like, damn near an hour long, too. So, it's a lengthy episode. We've got a lot to discuss, a lot to unpack here. So, let's just jump straight into it. So, man, what a premiere. So, we have now, which I kind of, I heard from Matt, from this season that we were going to see a very heavy Godfather season. And I remember when I heard about this, I'm like, okay, that's pretty cool because Season 3 didn't really delve into that character all that much. We mostly focused on, I would say, Kevin. Blair, even, I would say, had more screen time than the Godfather, honestly, in my opinion. So in Season 4, we delve into exactly who this guy is, exactly how he took over this group, and exactly what his journey was like. But guys, that's not it. We get the return of, partially, Marshall from Season 1, who is a villain. We get to see Blair, younger Blair back then. We get to see, Troy and all that good stuff. But the one that steals the show for me is Kevin, guys. So, Kevin makes a return in this episode, who you guys know is one of my favorite characters in Survival of the Fittest. My favorite villain, for darn sure. I mean, honestly, this guy is absolutely awesome. But this is what I'm going to say. I personally think that this return was awesome. I think this return was awesome for Kevin, but the sad thing is, this is going to be the last time we ever see this guy again, because obviously at the end of Season 3, the guy got killed, so obviously we're not going to see him again, but seeing him for these flashbacks, I thought was really, really cool, and I think it was a very good call on Matt for actually doing this, but essentially, this is how the episode plays out. So, if I'm not mistaken, we have skipped a week after Season 3. We get to see a little bit of how our main group is kind of holding up, but it's not really shown all that much. We basically go into Blair and Clay and their story in this one. As Blair tells Clay this story kind of throughout, and Clay being my favorite character, I think that was a perfect choice for Blair to tell the story to Clay. I thought it was really cool. But essentially, we get to see the Godfather in the current timeline and all of his loyalists, But then we get into the past timeline, and we get to see basically a younger Godfather who is sporting like a freaking golfer shirt, which I thought was just, I don't know why. I found that so funny, honestly. He's just like sporting this golfer shirt this whole freaking episode. But anyway, I don't know why. That just, when I saw that, it threw me off completely. But anyway, so he's sporting the golfer shirt, right? And I'm honestly asking why he's not out golfing right now. But basically, we get to see him and Sylvia. So this is a new character that's introduced. We've never seen her before, and she's part of kind of his backstory. And she's obviously very important to him. Obviously, we're seeing that. Sylvia is very important to the Godfather. So you kind of get that emotional connection kind of, laid in there right away. But you do get to see the military group. You get to see Marshall in this one. You get to see Blair and kind of his younger self. You even see some scenes where he's like fighting some of the military guys. But it's a very interesting episode visually too, like in these flashbacks. Nice, in the city. You've got, like I said, Troy, younger Troy. Kevin, we have younger Kevin. And it's just a really interesting kind of forming here of this group. And basically, to make a long story short, I'm not going to delve into every little piece of dialogue here, but basically, the Godfather in this one loses everything, and he, of course, unfortunately loses Sylvia as a result. With this military and all that stuff, and of course, he kind of loses it after that. So, obviously he forms a group with, Blair and, Kevin and, everybody else. He kind of, forms a group with everybody and then basically takes over the place in a very, very cool fashion. We get to see him. He's getting his hands dirty a lot, going after the military, obviously, for what they did to Sylvia in a very kind of cool fashion. But I think this one was very well done when it comes to telling a story of how he formed a group together, because he starts off as this innocent dude, with, this freaking golfer shirt, and then he kind of, throughout, he kind of goes a little bit more on the dark side. When Sylvia dies, he kind of goes, a little bit more, kind of on the psycho side. He then transforms into who he is now, becomes the leader of this group, and, makes Blair completely kneel before him, and honestly, in a very, very crazy, sick, and psychotic way. So, and I love how when you're seeing this in the episode, the whole time you're focused with Clay and, Blair, as Blair is telling him the story of how the Godfather took over this group and how he, did all this stuff. And we see him take over the community, of course, and we see him basically become who the Godfather is, right? So, and I think it was absolutely amazing to get to see Marshall again, get to see Kevin again. Kevin, as usual, is a psycho, and I love it. I think it's honestly fantastic. And seeing the Godfather be who he is, I think is really cool. But obviously, we do get to see in this one as well, too, a kind of bit of the present as well, too, with the Godfather and his group now. And a character that was very well set up in this one, and a character that I didn't expect to see as much as we did, was Troy. Troy is a very interesting character, and in particular, by the end of the episode, he's kind of got like his own minor group within the Godfather that's they seem more loyal to him than the Godfather. That's the impressions I got by the end of it, and I don't know whether or not Troy, and this is my kind of thing about this season, I feel like Troy will turn on the Godfather. I definitely think that's what they're setting up right here, and Troy is a really cool character. I think he, along with Kevin in this one, really steals the show as a really just crazy, crazy character, crazy villain, and I really get some kind of creeper vibes with this guy that I kind of never even got with Kevin, to be honest. Troy is a very different villain in the best way I could possibly describe. So, overall, it's finding out how the Godfather built his, community, how he built up his group, how, he had a pretty decent, chill life. We had some cameos in there with Marshall and Kevin and, younger Blair. As Blair tells the story with Clay, we've got the death of Sylvia. We got a lot of the tragedy there. We've got him obviously taking over this group, finding the community, getting somewhat, some revenge on this group, and of course, getting his hands dirty in a really cool way, getting, revenge as a result, and getting to see him in the current timeline and what he's exactly going to do, and seeing Troy potentially turn into kind of his own solo villain. What I'm thinking is separate from the Godfather. I feel like Troy is going to do something on his own that might turn against the Godfather later on in the season, and I think that's what this is definitely setting up here. So, all right. Great episode. Great episode. I thought it was awesome. I thought it was very well done. I thought it was a really cool premiere for, a season of Survival of the Fittest. And I'm going to kind of, now that we've mentioned, everything here, to kind of close off this review, I am going to kind of go into a flaw of mine with this premiere, just because it's not a flaw with the episode. It's a flaw with the number of the season that we're at. That's what I'm saying. What my problem lies with this episode, and where I can't give this a 10 out of 10, is with The Godfather being the only big focus of the premiere. Okay? And give me a chance to explain myself. I like this episode. I really do. I think it's a very good episode for The Godfather, and for a backstory, and for a story that needed to be told. I don't think as a premiere that this was a good idea. I don't, okay? I think as a, maybe, third, fourth episode, you could make a case for that. I actually like that. I think that would have been really cool. For a first episode of your season, and to kick it off, and to not get a lot of our main characters, hell, David was like barely in this one, He is our lead. I definitely think we should have seen more with him, or, had, maybe some more, brother talk, with maybe David and Blair. Maybe Blair tells him the story, because it really felt like David just got neglected in this episode, and especially for a season premiere. I don't know. I'm not too thrilled about that. But I think that for a backstory and for an episode, it's very well done. For a season premiere, this is probably my least favorite. I'm going to say it, okay? It's probably my least favorite season premiere. But as a episode and as a backstory, it's really good. That's what I'll say about it. So, in retrospect and overall, I'm going to give this a 9 out of 10. I think it's damn near perfect. I just think that the main characters were a little too neglected for me personally, and for a fan of the show that expects to jump into the episode and, and get to see the characters that we beloved and we follow for all these seasons, I expected a little bit more. So that's all I'm saying. I gotta speak as a fan here. As great as it is to find out about The Godfather, and I think it's a very well done episode, and I think at a different episode number placement, it would have been really good. But I think as a season premiere, it definitely, I have to take at least 1 point off because, but I'm still gonna give it a 9. I'm gonna give it a 9 because I think it's damn good. But I'm just saying, I don't agree with this being the season premiere. I don't. I'm sorry. So, that is my thoughts. Season 4 of Survival of the Fittest is back with Season 4, Episode 1. Check it out right now on Mega Match channel. Of course, that is that for my review, guys. 9 out of 10. Really, really awesome Godfather episode. Very awesome episode in general. Love seeing Kevin back. Loved seeing, how the Godfather became the Godfather. I think it was absolutely amazing, and that is my overall thoughts on this episode, guys. And I'm going to keep my eye on Troy. I'm going to keep my eye on Troy because I feel like that character is about to really just blossom into something fantastic. So I'm keeping my eye on Troy because I'm actually really intrigued with that character right now. So anyway, guys, thank you guys for watching the video. Write in the comment section below. If you guys are new here, click to subscribe and so you don't miss my videos for Survival of the Fittest. Follow Dan's watching reviews, subscribe, guys, and of course, I'll see you guys really soon for another video for Survival of the Fittest. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and peace out. Anybody out there?